See, we got to make it out. My life then couldn't take mine. Got to watch your head side. Come from the worst, but me try to live the best life, so me couldn't left mine. No for them just body not the most, so me coming like a landslide from the hillside. Looking at the mirror, know me proud. So me got the vision, every man no see it now. So we there upon a meditation and try to get rid of from the elevation. Watching how they try to put them up on the top. 30-odd people now have the best hand out. But you're walking, and I get trapped in the lies and don't be talking. Boy, on up and get thanks for the making. The amount of negativity about you is a rage. When me by myself out to the Father, me be paid. Need a little balance for the things that me be facing. Need a little blessings, cause me I be really waiting. So me have to tip the scales, cause it's too heavy. Get lost in the lies. Not once but twice, yeah. They don't want us to thrive. So we there upon a meditation and try to get me down from the elevation. Watching how they try to put them up on the top. 30-odd people now have the best hand out. But you're the walking, and I get trapped in the lies and don't be talking. Boy, on up and get thanks up for the making. Them out of negativity, them out of is a raging. Yeah, still I think about the choice. Would you really give your soul to live a better life? So me rather pray to God and watch my blessings multiply. No fear demons, got the Father by my side. Oh, lonely road, oh, Lord, no. Let me give you a little advice. Now everybody dig, man, vibe. Try to get rid of from me elevation. Watching how they try to put them up on the top. 30-odd people have the best eyes. Oh, so watch how they walking, and I get trapped in the lies that they'll be talking. That's all I end up and get thanks for the making. Cut them out the negativity, they about to rage. When me by myself out to the Father, me be patient. Need a little balance for the things that me be facing. Need a little blessings, cause me I be really waiting. And me have me really waiting, cause it's too heavy, get lost in the life. Not once but not twice. One is a twice. Why we always stay up on a meditation. Try to get rid of me, they up on a mess up. Watching how they try to put them on the top. Reaching out to voodoo, out to road, I read my heart. And I got trapped in the lies, I don't be talking. And get thanks up for the making. Them out of negativity, about it is a raging. See, we got to make it out. My life then couldn't take mine. Got to watch your head side. Come from the worst, but me try to live the best life, so me couldn't left mine. No for them just body not the most, so me coming like a landslide from the hillside. Looking at the mirror, know me proud. So me got the vision, every man no see it now. So we there upon a meditation and try to get rid of from the elevation. Watching how they try to put them up on the top. 30-odd people now have the best hand out. But you're walking, and I get trapped in the lies and don't be talking. Boy, on up and get thanks for the making. Them out of negativity, about you is a rage. When me by myself out to the Father, me be paid. Need a little balance for the things that me be facing. Need a little blessings, cause me I be really waiting. So me have to tip the scales, cause it's too heavy. Get lost in the lies. Not once but twice, yeah. They don't want us to thrive. So we there upon a meditation and try to get me down from the elevation. Watching how they try to put them up on the top. 30-odd people now have the best hand out. But you're the walking, and I get trapped in the lies and don't be talking. Boy, on up and get thanks up for the making. Them out of negativity, them out of is a raging. Yeah, still I think about the choice. Would you really give your soul to live a better life? So me rather pray to God and watch my blessings multiply. No fear demons, got the Father by my side. Oh, lonely road. advice, now everybody dig man vibe. On a meditation, try to get rid of from me elevation. Watching how they try to put them up on the top. Dirty hard people have the best eyes. So watching how they walking, and I got chopped in the lies that they'll be talking. That's all I end up and get thanks for the making. Cut them out the negativity, the bunch of rage. When me by myself out to the father, me be patient. Need a little balance for the things I may be facing. Need a little blessings, cause me I be really waiting. And me have me really waiting, cause it's too heavy, get lost in the life. Not once, but not twice. One is a twice. Why we always stay up on a meditation. Try to get rid of me, they up on a mess start. Watching how they try to put them on the top. Reaching out to voodoo, out to road, a red mark. And I got chopped in the eyes, I don't be talking. And get thanks up for the making them out of negativity, the boat is a raging. See, we got to make it out. My life then couldn't take mine. Got to watch your head side. Come from the worst, yeah. But me try to live the best life, so me couldn't left mine. No for them just body not the most. So me coming like a landslide from the hillside. Looking at the mirror, know me proud. So me got the vision, every man no see it now. So we day up on a meditation and try to get rid of from me elevation. Watching how they try to put them up on the top. Dirty hard people now have the best hand out. But you're walking, and I get trapped in the lies, you don't be talking. Boy, on up and get thanks for the making them out of negativity, the boat is a rage. When me by myself out to the father, me be patient. Need a little balance for the things I may be facing. Need a little blessings, cause me I be really waiting. So me have to take the skills, cause it's too heavy, get lost in the lies. Not once but twice, yeah. They don't want us to thrive. So we day up on a meditation and try to get rid of from the elevation. Watching how they try to put them up on the top. Dirty hard people now have the best hand out. But you're the walking, and I get trapped in the lies and don't be talking. Boy, on up and get thanks up for the making them out of negativity, the out is a raging. Yeah, still I think about the choice. Would you really give your soul to live a better life? So me rather pray to God and watch my blessings multiply. No fear demons, got the Father by my side. Oh, lonely road, oh, Lord, no. Let me give you a little advice, now everybody dig man vibe. On a meditation, try to get rid of from me elevation. Watching how they try to put them up on the top. Dirty hard people have the best eyes. Oh, watching how they walking, and I got chopped in the lies that they'll be talking. That's all I end up and get thanks for the making. Cut them out the negativity, the bunch of rage. When me by myself out to the father, me be patient. Need a little balance for the things I may be facing. Need a little blessings, cause me I be really waiting.
Alex.
Panic, cause every day's another episode. And to it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long. Solid, chatty with the heavy load. Don't panic, cause every day's another episode. And to it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long. Fight only finish for the weak ones. So when that occur, you watch how you respond. Dark, face your fears, fight your demons. Can't be firm, we go to a jubilation. He is a heavy load, still a chatana. Have a legacy fi build, so me fi carry on. And the another episode. And to be all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long. Solid. Johnny with every Lord, don't panic, cause every day's another episode. And to be all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long.
Solid, just like a rock. Spiritually we fight a lot. They trap them, said ya cancel that. You just can't stop me, not try do that. Got to be careful of negligence. Move wise, use up your intelligence. Guard of honor like the presidents. Progress and its evidence. Me no care how much time they want turn me down. Things say me woulda tumble down. Chant to me ancestors big Congo drum. That's why me know me have to overcome. Stand firm and a lean pan no one. You can set up your own program. Have the whole world a sing out the slogan. No time in a slow down. Plus we
solid. Johnny with every Lord, don't panic, cause every day's another episode. And to be all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long. Solid. Johnny with every Lord, don't panic, cause every day's another episode. And to be all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long.
Wake up, the day is bright and I feel the blue. Turn it down for your vibe, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel.
News, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Wake up, the day is bright, time to feel the flow. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. We'll keep you wired every way, in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. So grab your coffee, your tea, or toast. With Courdel Jones, will give you the most.
Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Livewire with yours truly. It is the 16th of April, 2025. Morning to the persons joining us across the diaspora. Morning to the persons joining us across the 10 administrative regions. Special good morning to the persons in the comment section already here. Thank you guys for the continued support. Morning to Balwan Danraj, Wazim Nabi, Jenna Narendra, Eddie Ramnath, morning to you. Rajendra Singh, good morning to you. Ramnarayan Singh, good morning. Arnold Hanuman, Rahima Marali, Jonah Bijan, Mazo Inchan, Umar Sharif, Alan Khan, Yunus Raghubir, morning to you. Ganesh Bharat, Faisal Ghani, Rakesh Ramgulam. Derek Drupal, morning to you. Jasoda Sargent, good morning. Joseph Satar, Leslie Mangal, Shakila Bridgelal. Look, guys, so quite a few people have been trying to reach me and you're not getting me. I apologize. I've been dealing with quite a few things for the past couple of days, and I'm only human. So I'll return all those calls as soon as possible, and Philip Diablo, morning to you guys. Sunita Prasad, good morning, Prasad Pati. Hanuman Prem Kumar, morning to you. Derlax Muni, morning to you. Philip Diablo, morning to you. Krishna Diodat, good morning. Leslie Mangal, K. Watson, morning to you. Mike Bisra, morning to you. Mohammed Isaf, Asif Hamad. Randy Shepard, morning to you. Garnish Samlal, morning. Jerry Gomes, morning. Morning, everybody. So, okay, I got to check on the YouTube to see what's going on with that. I don't know why the notifications aren't going out. Morning to Uncle Ronald as well on the live. Morning, everybody. Morning. Let's just jump in. Well, I see on YouTube here, Uncle Ronald. So, yeah, Lloyd Lal, morning. Sorry I didn't run down all the names. Feroz, morning to you. Carla Daniels, Ian Bipat, morning to you. Robert Ramp. Everybody, morning, right? Yes, Comrade Bridge Lal, I see. Andrew Moss, morning. Right. So listen, morning, everybody. The show must go on. First of all, I want to wish all the students who are taking part in the NGSA exams this morning the best of luck. I know you all would have put in the hard work in terms of the preparation for these exams. I am sure that your teachers, to the best of their ability, would have prepared you for this exam. Don't be overwhelmed. Don't overthink anything. Go in there, do your best. And as Guyanese students, we are proud of all of you. Despite the outcome, not everybody can get the highest marks. Not everybody will pass, but we are proud of you for making the effort. And even if you are not as successful as you want to be, there are dozens of avenues for you to continue your studying, probably do some remedial classes or something. But good luck to all of you in the exams. And I trust that the outcome is what you all are expecting at the end of it, more so based on your preparations for these exams, right? All right, I ain't gonna bother with the comments today. So on the point of NGSA, I noticed that our very esteemed opposition leader would have issued greetings to and well wishes to the students that will be taking part in this exams, the exams today. And I wanted to touch on that a bit because coming from a party that would have caused so much heartache on students and teachers, I find it very hypocritical. And I think Aubrey Norton as a leader needs to do better, right? Now, first of all, just let me say, I want to take some time and expose and critique Aubrey Norton's NGSA message and expose the contradictions between his encouragement or encouraging words, right? And the PNC, APNU, AFC actual track record on education when in government. These things are important because I see a lot of parents in certain situations I see parents of children who are benefiting from initiatives of this administration speaking to wanting change. And in that case, I think people need to put empty words against real actions and pick with sense. Right? Now, while Aubrey Norton offers words of encouragement today, the AP and UAFC in office, when they were in office, that time was marked by neglect and underfunding of the education sector, especially at the fundamental level where the NGSA students need the most support. Something that we could not ever forget and will not ever stop mentioning is the taking away of the Because We Care cash grant. Let's not forget that AP and UAFC team scrapped the Because We Care cash grant, a program designed to help parents afford school supplies and essentials. This very grant now provides $40,000 per child under the PPPC and eases the burden on thousands of families preparing kids for NGSA. When this grant was removed, it was at $10,000. And Aubrey Norton wants to encourage and sending message. Nobody wants to hear empty words. They want to see tangible action, nothing empty. Now, we must also look at infrastructure. During that time, 2015 to 2020, no investment in school infrastructure. Under their watch, to which Mr. Norton, now opposition leader, was a presidential advisor, so he had access to high-level government officials to say, hey, I'm advising you on the youth, do something for the youth, build schools, do this, do something for the youth. Voiceless. Under their watch, many primary schools across this country, especially in the hinterland and working class Afro-Guyanese communities, were left without adequate facilities, overcrowded classrooms, and poor sanitation. What kind of foundation is that for success at the NGSAs? Right? Teachers were not a priority. The persons who have to impart the knowledge were not a priority. Encouraging students while ignoring the needs of teachers is hypocrisy. The PNC-led coalition, whilst they were in office, demoralized teachers, wage increases stalled, training programs underfunded. The PPPC has since expanded training and reintroduced scholarship programs and many other incentives for teachers, whether it's housing, all sorts of stuff, to give them the encouragement to stay here and educate our children, not to want to run off to somewhere else and use the knowledge they gain here elsewhere. But Aubrey Norton wouldn't suggest to the legal general secretary of the GTU to step down. He's not going to say to her, pick a struggle. Your constitution says you can't be in parliament and be the GS of the Guyanese Teachers Union. But we continue to conveniently ignore that. So nobody ever catches Coretta McDonald and says, man, why are you functioning in these two capacities when it is known that you shouldn't? Aubrey Norton, as the leader of the opposition, the man in charge of Coretta boss, Aubrey Norton, Coretta McDonald's boss, cannot go to Coretta and say, listen, is either you come out of parliament or you come off of the GTU general secretary post because you're making us look bad. You're not you don't have the time to represent teachers well. You're focusing on other things. Aubrey Norton is not going to say that because Aubrey Norton doesn't care how the teachers are represented. Aubrey Norton and them don't care about following the rules. Something you learn in school. So this message by the PNC leader for NGSA students, empty. No action to back up the words that you put out there. There's nothing for us to reflect on, to show, well, hey, the words of this guy here, we could look back and we could see, well, these were the actions of what the party represented. Right? Where was Aubrey Norton 2015 to 2020? Where was this concern then for these NGSA students? Norton's sudden concern for children during NGSA season rings hollow when his party remained silent during the school closure crisis. Made no serious plans for education continuity during the pandemic. None. More so, no policy for early childhood development. The APNU AFC leaked a comprehensive early childhood development policy. A critical gap, given that performance at the NGSA began with quality nursery and primary school education. Right? Now, they fail to recognize or invest in this reality. Now, before I move on, I want to say to Aubrey Norton, it's easy to show up during exam time with a few kind words, but where were you when children needed real support? Real leadership means policies that lift up students year-round, not just at exam time. Right? Not just platitudes when the cameras are rolling. Right? Not just platitudes when the cameras are rolling. There's nothing under the coalition administration. I guess the implementation of the new holiday Pagwali. Right? That's about it. That is about it. This guy, yesterday I spoke about him, Vincent Alexander. This guy spoke to not having African history taught in schools. You, sir. Here's my point. Where was Vincent Alexander 2015 to 2020 when we had the Afro government that would have jumped to implement that? Where was your suggestion of African history being taught in schools 2015 to 2020 when you had the best ability to implement this? You mightn't have had the brightest education minister because she is studying just like the kids, right? She was studying just like the children to be accredited for her post, Pagwali. right? Let me move on to this next. So I was scrolling on AFC's page. I was scrolling on AFC's page, and I saw Nigel Hughes. What? Let me get the right name of the article that he had up. Just a second. I forget I got this video of David Patterson pissing in the people place. Drunken Pato. Look, these people is trouble. So the article's headline was something towards what? How we have collectively failed the people of Linden again. Right? How we have collectively failed the people of Linden again. It was released on April 12th at 1:27 p.m. Nigel Hughes, again, I'm going to say it to you, get away from here. Right? Get away from here. And I will take you through some fact-based points that exposes the hypocrisy and the failures of the AFC and the APNU during their time in office, especially regarding Linden and justice reform. Right? And hopefully, this will remind the public that empty speeches mean nothing without action. Nothing without action. And that's all you get from these guys. And that's why I get so worked up. These guys, the effort is so minimal in terms of what they can do just to have a more sensible impact. But these guys are just lazy. They're just lazy. They do nothing and complain about everything. Do nothing. When you have an opportunity, you had the perfect opportunity. You're in government, you got ministers. Absolutely nothing. The Minister of Public Security, the name of the ministry at that time, came from your party. And you did nothing. Nigel, I'm asking you, where was this passion when you and your people were in power? Where was this passion? No, Nigel Hughes talks now about systematic police reform, independent inquiries, and compensation. But where, I must ask, right? Where was Nigel Hughes? Where was this energy when the AFC was in government from 2015 to 2020? Where was this energy? You didn't notice the collective failures then? Not a single one of the 2012 Commission of Inquiry recommendations he is quoting now was implemented between 2015 to 2020. Not one. Not one. Everything Nigel Hughes quoting in that post that he made on Facebook, those were from 2020. You understand? Nigel Hughes' party came into government in 2015. After, in case people can't count, they realize 12 come before 15. So in 2012, they had a commission of inquiry. In 2015, the 2012 commission of inquiry had recommendations, right? In 2015, there was a change of government where Nigel Hughes was integrally involved because he was sleeping in bed with a government minister. Right as his side. Every time he turned, there's a government minister watching him. If you wake up from snoring, when he turns to see who's snoring, there's a government minister watching him. You understand? More so, a communications minister. A communications minister. So he could have communicated that, hey, I saw these things in 2012. Please pass this on the cabinet when they got cabinet meeting so that they could implement them. Nothing. The AFC failed to reform the Guyana police force. And again, I reiterate, the Minister of Public Security, that name of the ministry at the time, the Home Affairs Ministry at the time, is from the AFC, a high-ranking member of the AFC. Now, the AFC-PNC coalition had 5 full years, although the thief some of it, to act on police reform. Instead of implementing independent investigative bodies or restructuring the Guyana police force, tell me what they do in the comment section. I'm looking to see. Y'all put it in the comment section what they do. Put it in the comment section what they do. Nothing. Nothing. No legislation. No new oversight. No structural audit. Just silence. Just silence. And a Jaguar up on the wall and an allegation of selling the gun license them. And a alias and 5 drones. That's it. That's it. Nigel Hughes himself was silent. Nigel Hughes himself was silent. Nigel Hughes was the AFC's chairman. He back there now again. One of the highest ranking political figures in the party. During his tenure, where was the push for the same reform he now lectures the nation about? His voice was conspicuously absent when he had real influence. Like I tell you, the man sleeping next to a government minister. The government minister used the minister for the minister in the household. So you could have a minister, you go and tell them so. Not a thing, not a word, not a utterance. Now Nigel Hughes got an opinion and a thought on everything under the sun. I would love to see the outcome of his witness, the witness that he got for that situation in Linden, and hear the information this witness got. Because, listen to me, I am 98.99999999999% sure is another Jim Cockburn Rango story, like the fella he find at the seawall there when they had the shooting. I'm telling you, I'm absolutely, like I said, 98.9%. Don't let's say absolute. You understand? Don't let me say absolute. But again, I am almost sure that it is exactly just like that guy on the roof by the seawall who see everything. You notice he's the only man that's there finding witnesses all over. Anyway, let me tell you. Now, I want to say to Nigel Hughes, don't group everybody in your foolishness, please. Don't group everybody in your foolishness. The AP and AFC left Linden behind. Don't group everybody. Right? This headline that you use here, it's too broad. Don't burn the pig language. We in collectively do nothing. The AP and AFC failed the people in Linden. The AP and AFC left Linden behind. The AP and AFC made Lindeners feel left out when they were in power. Right? And I'm asking Nigel this, hopefully he can answer me. What exactly, and I'm saying specifically, exactly did the AFC do for Lindeners between 2015 and 2020? Don't tell me that they get a Devin Sears, because he is another complete waste. Right? Devin Sears has accomplished nothing since he's been in Parliament for the people of Linden, other than dressing and looking nice and giving retarded speeches on the few occasions where we hear from him. Right? The AFC promised jobs in Linden. The AFC promised development in Linden. The AFC promised inclusion in Linden, but delivered nothing meaningful. In fact, several community projects stalled and youth unemployment rose. The call center closed down. The implementation of taxes on forestry equipment and mining equipment and those kind of things went up. So the persons who had claims and concessions in the interior, business slowed down. Most Lindeners are usually involved in the mining, forestry, or agricultural sectors. And that is what the PNC, APNU, AFC decided to tax the life out of. Duty free on it, not duty free. Take off the duty free on the equipment and the pickups and pressure on everybody. Pressure on everybody. You can't buy used tire. You could only buy a car how much years old. So you stuck in a bracket. You might need an old rickety thing to get you thing off the ground. But no, they say now you buy a big fancy thing and live above your means. And that's PNC behavior. Live the lavish lifestyle and got the people them struggling and suffering. You understand? Today, the PVPC is the one investing in roads, housing, and education in Linden. The ancestors didn't send Nigel Hughes up there to send Nigel Hughes to the Ministry of Housing and Water and the Central Housing and Planning Authority. The ancestors didn't send him there to go and tell Valerie Patterson, do something for the Lindeners, get them a couple of house lot, drill some wells to them, the people living on the highway like at Bami and them places. No. The ancestors didn't go to Nigel Hughes and say, Nigel, we were here a long time ago. Now that we're in the great beyond, I think our the ancestors is called the people that's come after them, or legacy or offspring. They need some good roads in Linden. So I'm sending you up there during this period 2015 to 2020 to fix the roads for the Lindeners. As your ancestor, I'm sending you there to do that. They send me to do that. They send Nigel Hughes to Linden to do that. The ancestors when you raise up to send it to Linden to tell people chauvinists on the stage. And again, I'm telling you, the ancestors didn't invite the other Lindeners out. The ancestors didn't invite the other Lindeners out. It's all the people Nigel Hughes bring. Same thing with Kokwani. Go to AFC page and you check the photos of when they went to Kokwani last. Right? Everybody that you see on the trip, on the way up, those are the persons you see in the photo. Not Kokwanians. I hope that's what you call them. Kokwanians. Or Kwanians. Borbetians, Lindeners, Kokwaniers. I don't know. The people of Kokwani. You understand? You check the photos. Those are people from Linden that they brought out. The big fat banner. He used to be in President Youth Award. Can't remember the name. And a couple of people from town. All of them on the pontoon crossing to get to Kokwani. So you know that they come from Kokwani. And they post up a group photo. Kokwani for the AFC, or Kokwani one better must come, or some stupidness like that. When I went to Kokwani the other day, right? Kokwani got concrete road under construction. That means that it wasn't built under the previous administration. You understand? Kokwani people coming to pay for the house lot. Kukwani got bit training center to upskill people in there. None of that under the PNC, APNU, AFC foolishness that they had. Completely left Linden Region 10 as a whole behind. Completely. You understand? Now, at the end of the day, I say this to you with not a bit of water in my mouth. The AFC had no plan for institutional independence. Every reform Nigel Hughes is calling for, like an independent investigative body and constitutional changes, were never tabled during their administration. Never tabled during their administration. No bill, no commission. Just political noise. Just political noise. You understand? They ignored the police complaint authority then too. The AFC now wants to sound like the champions of oversight, but they never empowered the police complaints authority when they were in government. That same body repeatedly complained of lack of resources and independence. And the AFC did nothing. You see up to now they can't get a weekly press conference. You see it's but two or 3 weeks now we hear from the AFC. Nigel Hughes doing posts on his own, but they are not opening themselves up to scrutiny. They want people to ask them certain questions. You understand me? They don't want people to ask them certain questions, so they're hiding. Nigel Hughes jumping on a live and pontificating without nobody being able to ask him, sir, what is this foolishness you're telling us? Sir, this doesn't make any sense. Sir, did Cameron Ramjitan write this for you whilst he was inebriated? What is going on? What are you talking about? What nonsense is this, sir? No, you know what the AFC spent time doing whilst they were in office? Right? The AFC spent more time fighting each other than delivering. Y'all remember Sherrod said the other day, it's not the PVP being fighting me down at Chronicle. It's not the PVP that fighting me down at Chronicle. It's my own AFC comrades. You know, he just wiggle up and, you know, the bums is raising me. You understand what I'm trying to show you? Whilst Guyanese were calling for justice and reform, the AFC was busy in internal battles, publicly fighting over leadership, influence, and control. The $5 million stayed still upon me. Sherrod with the money, with the people money that you spend out, the state still on you. Look, y'all just changed my mood. I wasn't in a good mood this morning. The Linden people, right? The Linden people were in. You can't say the Linden people were afterthought for the AFC until now, when it's convenient to bring up their pain for political mileage. You remember in those stories for bring up people sad, dredge up emotions in people, and I keep saying that to y'all. That is what they do. Right? That is what they do. Dredge up a bunch of feelings in people and get them to, in some cases, act without sense. Right? Now, if the AFC failed to act when in power, my question to everybody on this live now, why in heaven's bomberclap name Jara, Safari, Haile Selassie, King Selassie the third. You hear what I'm telling you? Why would we as Guyanese trust them now? Why? Think about it. Again, I usually say this to people with the problems online and stuff. That's go to certain places to help. Case in point, Melly Mel. So we got a lot of people who go to Melly Mel with some problem or something. And I'm saying, especially with your personal relationship issues, if you are being abused, I am firmly against that. Go to the police where you can get help. Melly Mel is not the police. She's not a social worker. She can't do nothing for you. She can't even do nothing for herself right now. Crying in them voice notes and going on and Loretta and blue. We get it. But like I said, at the end of the day, why would we trust them? Why would we trust them? When Melly Mel can do nothing to change your situation. She can't lock up the man. She can't move you out there and put you, rent some place for you. She can't get no work. Nothing. So they couldn't do police reform. They couldn't restructure the police force. Nothing. So why now would anybody be interested in what Nigel Hughes has to say? Y'all got to understand, words are cheap. They're cheaper than the suits Nigel Hughes is wear. What Nigel Hughes offers is a well-written speech soaked in hindsight. But the AFC had power and failed to use it. Now that they are out of office, they want to sound righteous. The people of Linden deserve more than political actors who only find their voice when it's politically convenient. Right? The people of Linden deserve better than that. They deserve year-round representation. And I ain't talking like the kind that Sharon Solomon give it. You understand? What the AFC and Nigel Hughes is trying to do, they want to recycle the same trauma. Instead of helping Lindeners move forward, Hughes is recycling trauma from 2012 and using it as a blame game in 2025. Despicable, sir. Despicable you. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's you, group. The people of Linden deserve real solutions, not politicians trying to look like heroes after failing them when they had real power. I'll say this to you without fear of contradiction, a term used by Aubrey Norton. I will say this to you without fear of successful contradiction. It is the PPPC that is rebuilding trust in Linden. You hear me? It is the PPPC that's rebuilding trust in Linden. Whilst Hughes talks, the PPPC is building roads, creating jobs, training young people, and delivering housing solutions in Linden. It's not perfect. It's not perfect, right? But it's real work. Not just fancy speeches, not just the ancestors sent me, right? And it's more than the AFC ever did for that region, region number 10. Right? Nigel Hughes talks about failing Linden. But here's the truth. The AFC failed Linden when they had a chance to lead. Now they want to act like saviors from the sidelines. The people of Linden deserve real leadership, not recycled regrets. You understand? So if you are on the sidelines now, you cheer from the sidelines. You cheer on the development that Lindeners are experiencing. Right? You cheer on the leaps and bounds. Right? You cheer on the leaps and bounds that Lindeners are making now. Watch this here. Somebody just sent me a photo of the Linden Cemetery. Look, guys, I gotta get out of here a little early today. I thank you guys for tuning into this program. My aim here when I come in the morning is to show you the high level of hypocrisy by these people who are coming to you this year to say, vote for us, put us back there. Vote for us, put us back there. Remember, we did nothing for you. Vote for us and put us back there. And remember, we did nothing to empower you. We make sure your call center closed down. We moved the labor office out to Linden. We didn't build Amelia's ward. You didn't build Block 22. You didn't regularize the people from Fitzhope Conception Extension. You didn't drill all them new wells at the head of Amelia's ward, the desalination plant in Amelia's ward there. None of that. Didn't build a new Linden Hospital Corporation. Didn't start the construction on the new bridge there to cross Wisman Mackenzie. Didn't start any construction or build any new stadium in Linden for the youths to expand in the different sporting disciplines. They knew, and I should say they know that Lindeners excel at football, track and field, and I think this long jump thing, well, I think that's fall part of track and field. Nothing to advance those young sports potentials there. Nothing. Then got that bald head idiot in Linden, back pastor, whatever he name, rowing about the development of these grounds in Linden, who ain't consulted and this and that. You're a damn fool, Apostle. We name London, the false prophet, Apostle London, Nigel London. You're a damn fool. Look at the condition of the facility. You sat silent 2015 to 2020. You didn't encourage nobody to paint it over, do over the fence, nothing. Now people coming to do something international there. You was out there making yourself an idiot. Why you don't keep your church in the condition how the ground being there in central Linden? Keep your church like that. Got your church looking so let your church fence look like how the place used to look. Man, look, listen. I can't stand them. I cannot stand them. And they continue to show every day why people shouldn't trust them. How dare you come and tell me about the things that you ain't even look at? You had no time with. Especially, and that's why I say, especially in areas that support them. Y'all see that councillor from New Amsterdam that recently came out in support of President Ali's second term? We're having him here tomorrow. You hear me? We're going to have him on the program tomorrow. We're going to have Councillor Trim Bagot as well on the program tomorrow. And that is what I'm trying to show you. People got sense. People got sense. This is not back then where this determined how you think. Now people using the brain to determine how they think. Right? People not allowing persons to come into the community Oh, yeah, they don't like black people. They can kill you all. Oh, God, don't worry with them. Oh, God, the PvP. Oh. Nobody listening to that foolishness anymore. People checking for themselves. People are checking for themselves. And people are benefiting. And you know something? You see people like Trisha Richards, Patricia Chase Green, James Bond, this other girl that left recently. Can't remember her name. She's wearing glasses. She was with the president recently. You see those people? What y'all got to understand is they have people in this life that like money. You understand? And would do things, Tandy, thank you, Pam. And would do things for money. Let me just make that clear. Then they got people in this life, right, that genuinely want to see betterment of those around them, the community, the people who look up to them. And I believe that the latter of what I was explaining, that is what represents those people who are crossing over from the PNC. James Bond, Patricia Chase Green, Trisha Richards, the councillor from New Amsterdam. Excuse me. I believe in my heart that those persons are genuinely fed up of not being able to bring any kind of change in the community, to bring any ease to their constituents who they're representing or the residents they're representing. I am saying to you, I think they are fed up. Leonard Craig and them people, they are fed up. They are fed up of supporting a party that don't support them to support the people who supported the party. They're fed up. Y'all understand that between these three towns that I will mention, New Amsterdam, Georgetown, and Linden, these three areas are represented by or are managed by PNC-led councils, right? By PNC-led councils. These councils, when you add up all the work they have done together, and you look at what the work that the government is doing that they should be doing, they should be ashamed. Y'all not even looking after the people in your own area that vote and put y'all there. All them roads and footpaths in New Amsterdam that get built out there, not from the council. The council ain't doing nothing there. Linden, the waste of a Solomon Sharma or Sharma, whatever your name is, Bano. Waste. Deron Adams, waste. All of you have nothing to show for your time there pre-now. When you could do something, when you had Granger as your leader. None of you have no accomplishments to show in Linden, probably other than personal gain, because you had to do your own thing. You have nothing to show. This is the development we got in Linden. Sharma Solomon, all you are known for is he or Carvin Holland. All you are known for, you are Carvin Holland. One of the two. Cutting down them pine tree in front of Utuka Day School. You understand? They didn't even build over the road that named after the founding leader. None of them. Mocha. No way. Anything named Burnham, they ain't fix. Anything named Burnham, they ain't fix. You understand what I'm trying to show you? And look how people treat the leaders, and they can tell you a lot. You see, the Jaggans home in Bel Air. You see how that the PvP, they keep it in pristine condition. People could go and visit them. No, I don't know about that. But you could pass outside, stop and take a picture. The house is still there. The yard weed, clean, in good condition. Y'all check and see how they got Burnham them place. Up Borby side, they're going up Borby side. Check us how they got it. And that's to show you the kind of love they got for the people who bring them out. You understand? The people who bring them out. Don't worry, we're going to be talking about these tongue weeks that coming up. Tomorrow, as I said, we'll have the APNU counselor. Sorry. Sean Smith. We're going to have it on the program. APNU counselor Sean Smith. And we'll also have PPP counselor Carol Trimbagot on the program to talk to us about what's happening in New Amsterdam. Right? And also to ask Mr. Sean Smith. Because remember, people like Sean Smith ain't got a brain. They ain't thinking for themselves. They ain't got eyes to see. All they're doing is drinking soup, catching slave. Them kind of thing. House slave. So he brain ain't working. Sean Smith is not a big man who could think for himself, assess a situation, and say, hey, this is not for me. This is I do it stupidness here. I gotta do better. He can't do that. He's automatically a house slave, a soup drinker. He's not a friend, family, and favorite. It's not the work President Ali putting in. It's not the work the PVPC councillors putting in. Do you realize how demoralizing it can be for a sitting APNU PNC councillor to see a PVP councillor who don't have, the PVP councillors don't have the ability to vote and make the changes they would like to see implemented in the best interest of the citizens in some of these municipalities? But you know how demoralizing it could be for a councillor who actually got colleagues to vote and make things happen, and seeing these PVP councillors getting road bill, footpath, they getting pump, putting here, this, that, doing more than the people who actually got the power to do it. This feel low. This feel low. That is why I don't bother with Dexter Ford, you know. That is why I don't bother with Dexter Ford. I don't bother with people like Dexter Ford because I understand that Dexter Ford is somebody who don't have a purpose. Right? You don't have a purpose. You got nobody to go and talk to help your community. So he just hang on to whatever they send you out to do, whatever they tell you, the blog thing. You go and ball out there at today's Tuesday? No, Wednesday. So I don't know if he was out there yesterday. But the brainless one, Dexter Ford. People like them, they feel bad. They feel bad when they see former Mayor Patricia Chase Green able to get so much done. All the roads around she area do up. They got sidewalk and pedestrian crossing and the this and the that. You understand? Tricia Richards could carry a minister in your community. I said, my minister, look, these drains bad, the thing, get something do, get a little work for the people in the area. Something. Y'all shame. Garraway and all y'all. Ask the Travis Ellis. I have removed Travis as the stupidest guy in the council, and I'm putting Dexter Ford. Travis, you get demoted. And that's a good thing, because you were very, very stupid. You were a stupid banner. You were a stupid banner. Travis, you know that too. You know that, Travis. And Travis, I dare you, if you not who you what I'm saying you are, you jump on a live and represent yourself verbally. Please, and let us have a good laugh. Look, guys, I am out of here. Thank you for changing my mood. I was a bit down this morning. But I feel better now. Y'all go out there and be safe on the roadways. Be good Guyanese. Don't get into any trouble. Don't fall prey to the foolishness that you're going to get from certain quarters. You understand? Don't. When y'all see certain bent-up faces coming through your community, just stay inside. Just stay inside. Right? Don't bother with them. Because these people, again, I say to you, have nothing to offer you. All they're doing is gimmicks and talking. All that for 400,000 minimum wage. How are you doing that? What's the plan to do that? Where you getting the money from? They couldn't even account or manage 18 million US. You raising every public servant salary in Guyana to $400,000. Look, y'all be good Guyanese no matter where you are, right? We're spread out around this world and we're very unique people. I love all of you. Thank you for the continued support. Thank you. And as I usually say before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. It's all about one Guyana.
We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places